excited to do this one. Peace and blessings, and I mean that. I really mean that. So we're gonna take a minute and receive it on the other side. So let's just meditate. If you want, this is a life force prana mudra. This one's good for peace and blessings. I think my camera's a little fuzzy. Sorry, y'all. Gonna get the energy right. Didn't change anything, but it's all good. Go ahead, sit with me. Sit up tall or lay down flat as long as your spine is in alignment. Tune into the chakra system. And let's just deep breathe for the next 4 minutes. It's nighttime now, so finally I have a video with not too much distraction noise. But either way, if you do have noises, we're just going to tune into them. Give yourself an explanation for the noise and just let it pass. Oh, that's a dog barking. Oh, that's the baby stirring. Just sit for 4 minutes and deep breathe with me. Let's go. Okay, let's get it. All right, peace, y'all. This video is for you. If your Neptune is in Capricorn, does not matter the house, whatever. I'm not really here to explain the astrology, but I do believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Neptune stays in a planet for like 13, 14 years. So there's a lot of us potentially watching this video, or just a big audience for this one, which is cool. Let's get into it. I'm really excited. I'm really like, I feel bustling excited. Oh, I did do some research on this one. Ugh, it's not my favorite energy to tap into. I forgot. It talks about confusion, and I believe Capricorn was the father, so confusion with the father. It can talk about that. It does not have to mean that. Definitely heavy on what aspects, so I'm not giving a full chart reading at all if you want that. I guess DM me. I don't have a website now, but by September 13th, 2024, I should have a website live and active. But whatever. It's not even that day as I record now, so let me just stop. Neptune and Capricorn. Can I get a message for Neptune and Capricorn? I'm going to start with the big cards today. Start with the big cards. Can I get a clear message for Neptune and Capricorn? For my Neptune and Capricorn viewers. I really feel so excited. I'm like, is this the energy that I'm tapping in? I feel very hype. I think Neptune and Capricorn in general, when I was researching, I think it speaks more than like, yes, it could talk about us with our fathers, but also I think it speaks spiritually, the relationship our generation has with God, like our spiritual father, God the Father. Just because I can definitely see there's a way that our elders connect with God, and then there's a way we connect with God, and I can almost see the difference. So excited. I'm so excited. They said this was going to be a easy message. I'll do 3 then. Make sure y'all can see it. What the fuck is... Y'all can... I don't know why my camera's so unfocused. But whatever. These are big cards, so it really doesn't... I don't need to be focused. Okay. Off the bat, if I'm just looking at these, I get the vibe. Yeah, this is what it is. Okay. It's like... what's that Drake song? Oh, he's got so many songs and intros and outros where it's like, I believe it's like, forgive me if I fuck up the accent, but she's like Canadian, I think, and she's like, know yourself. You don't even know yourself. Whatever she says, like, it's giving that energy. Like, I'm gonna read this quickly because this is not even the meat of the message. This is us. This is us. This is you. This is me. This is the person that watched this before you and the person that's gonna watch this after you. We're just young, like in general, like we're young. I don't have the dates of Neptune and Capricorn. Go ahead and drop them in the comments if you know. Do your Googles for me. It doesn't matter. We're just young in general. We're just still learning. And if we're not actually young, we're mentally young. And I wouldn't say immature because we are maturing. So yes, immature, but not in a childish way, just in a young adult growing, craving out experiences of this life to get further away. Basically we have so much work to do, like, and this is keep it Neptune Capricorn related. So think Neptune, think Capricorn. Think Neptune, think Capricorn. Okay, so spiritually we have a lot of work to do if we want to be able to like if we want to be able to fuck with God. And excuse me for that language, that's probably not the words I should use, but that's the vibe I really get. Like, we have work to do if you're trying to really tap in with the king, like the actual king, you know? For some people, I am going to say this might be your father. You might have some, like, kind of hierarchy-ass family that's like, no, you can't talk to your dad until you make $8 billion. I don't know. I'm making that up. But more than anything earthly, I really see you, child, have work to do before you can be the big king, before you can really talk and sit to the big king. Not to say that God does not hear you now, like, at all. It's just like I talked about Neptune and Capricorn, we definitely pray different. I feel like we're still learning the best and the proper way for us individually to pray, to be able to like get our prayers in. Personally, I hope I'm not projecting. I'm going to tell you my story. I'm not going to project. Sometimes I get intimidated with prayer because I pray and then I go on TikTok and TikTok's like, don't pray for patience because then God's going to give you da-da-da and he's going to test your patience. And all these people are just giving you all these tips. And honestly, like, from someone who like walked away from church, all that shit is so overwhelming to me. Like, it's like, you're telling me God's going to like play with my words, you know? And that's like just a state of chaos. Not to say that's your exact space, but basically, if you're like me, you have to learn how to really pray, how to work, how to receive, how to listen. That's probably a big message for me in the future me. How to listen, how to do all the things, like how to actually do the spiritual work to get to the king level, you know, because honestly, God hears us now. God hears you when you're at your worst and your best. So it's not like you have to be a certain level of anything to be able to sit with him, but it's like, you want to be God's child, and like you want this crown, you want to be the king, you want this, work for it. It's not gonna come easy, okay? Also, I'm getting sometimes this is, I don't think our generation, and I'm saying just mixing the planets together, Neptune and Capricorn, I don't think our generation fully understands God because our blessings and our like our bad things don't align always with the work that we're doing. So sometimes we're doing in a good phase and bad shit is happening. Sometimes we're in a good phase and good shit is happening. Sometimes we're in a bad phase and good shit is happening. Sometimes we're in a bad phase and bad shit is happening. So that whole like system confuses us because I don't know about y'all, but I was kind of taught that if you do good, then good will come back. Basically, like a Christian version of karma. And the thing is, like, we could get what we want. We could have everything we ever wanted and still be in a place that we just need to learn. Like, it's not like a tit for tat. It's life. It's 360. It's pieces of this and that here. Self-love is going to be so big for us. I think that's our biggest, like, if you're really trying to connect with God, I didn't mean for this to turn to like a whole Jesus thing, but if you are trying to connect with God, I feel like God is like, I have to be careful because like I know I'm not supposed to speak for God. This is what I feel like your ancestors want you to know. You are a child of God, therefore you deserve love. So you have to sit and love yourself as God's child so that like it's not, this is what I was talking about, it's not transactionary. God loves you regardless. So it's not like so God can love you, but so that you can really receive the love, because you won't like if you relish, like vibrate off of a vibration of pure self-love, it'll be so much easier for literally everything else like to come into your life, for people to love you, for God to love you, for ancestors to love you, and it'll be seen because you already love yourself. So it's easy. If you don't love yourself, you will be the biggest blockage to everything, and you'll be walking around this world talking about like, oh, bitches hate me, da da da. But really, bro, it's you don't even love yourself, so it's hard for other people to love you. And like that's not like, there's no shade, bro. It's no disrespect. It's something that me included, need to work on, you know? Hey, future me. I'm like, that was really good. That was really the message. I'm like, did I read this one? Yeah, we just learn how to love. I think this one is ourselves. This one is others. It's this one that's like, learn how to love, but properly share the love. Like, how do you pour into other people and still make sure that you're okay? How do you balance that, you know? Okay, I like the way this is going. I'm going to do the taboo cards. Get some clarifiers. Can I do a clarifier for this Page of Wands? Astrology, bro. I'm actually so big on astrology. I love astrology. Right now, the moon is in Capricorn. The day this video drops, probably not when everyone watches it, but the day this video drops, the moon is on Capricorn. Side note, have to plug myself, get some self-love, get some pentacles in here. I do astrology readings. Right now, it's like January 24th of 2024. You guys will see this video September 13th of 2024. This last year, 2023, I do know astrology. This last year, I took the knowledge to the best of my ability, and I really sat there and planned out my planner, my days, sometimes even the minutes. I'm not super into that, but I do see the importance of it when it is aligned. But I took my planner and I planned everything out almost to the T, just of what I needed. If I knew I needed to go get my car maintenance, I would do it. I don't know. I'm making stuff up, but like something Gemini, Virgo, something Mercury related, you know? During Mercury retrogrades, I'm always like being very careful of the roads. I'm trying to drive less, you know? So I took the knowledge that I used, the knowledge that I have, and applied it to my calendar almost as accurate as I could get it. And 2023 was actually a beautiful year for me. Like a lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of yes, a lot of no, a lot of life. I lived a lot, but I cannot lie, I very much enjoyed the year, and I feel like it's because I planned it out, you know? You don't have to use astrology, but they're saying like, I mean, I use astrology, and you click this video for a reason. So it's like, you obviously know a little something, you know? Like, you didn't come in here for nothing, because this is not a general Taurus reading. This is Neptune and Capricorn reading, you know? So use, like, plan your shit out. If you're into numerology, plan it out. If you're into cardology, plan it out. No matter what you're into, find your thing and do it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be hard for you to grow because your growing doesn't, like, didn't I use the word carve? Didn't I use the word carve earlier? I can't even think of how I used it. I mean, it's a YouTube video, so we can rewind, but um growing is gonna be hard because it's less growth, like in the way that we think of like a tree growing, that you have to do, and more like taking your time and carving out the pieces that you no longer want to carry. It's like, it's almost like shadow work, but less emotional and more spiritual, more Neptune. Really, somebody Google, like, let's put 5 comments in the comment section of what Neptune energy actually is. But yeah, you just have to carve out a spiritual practice. And if you want to delete stuff that you don't want to carry into, like, I don't know, like for me, staying up late, I know it's not really good spiritual hygiene for me to stay up all late every night, but I'm working on it. I'm working through it. And that's exactly what this is. Working on it, working through it. You have things that you need to carve out of your life, you know? Like, cut something out, you know? Carve out something in your spiritual practice. Like, I kind of talked about my relationship with God. I'm sure that there's ideas that I can completely delete and erase because they're no longer relevant to my life now, especially with all the knowledge that I know. But because I grew up thinking that God, like, for example, when I grew up, God was for sure a he. There was no question about if God was a they or God was a she or whatever. But you know, as I grew spiritually, that still, like, that standard began to move, and I kind of understood more and understood less, and this is right and this isn't right, and everybody's gonna have their own interpretation for God. So I don't want to sit here and tell you God's pronouns are he, him, you know, because that's something I do personally believe, but I do think of God as a they spirit, you know. But I'm not here to convince you of my beliefs. I'm here to convince you yourself of your own beliefs. Like, really, that's really what I'm here for, you know? And the only reason I'm talking about God so much is because Capricorn is like daddy, and this is king, so it's giving like big king, like sky daddy, which, you know, talks about to God. Also, I keep saying this, but it's like, in all this spirituality, like, bro, do not forget who you are. We're talking about God, 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 God. God put you here. God created you. So what does that make you? A child of what? Child of God. So you have to take care of yourself. I talked about self-love. Get your hair done. Go get your, if you're masculine, if you're feminine, it don't matter what you ifs. Get your hair cut. If you got it long, brush your hair. If you like braids, clean up your parts. You know, get you a good rat tail comb. Get your hair done. Like, adorn your head, adorn your crown, adorn yourself, because you're God's child. Like, why? Like, imagine if you separated yourself and now you're a mom and God literally gave you a child, and God's like, oh, I love this child, and the child looks literally just like you, right? Then God comes, checks in on you, random day. He comes checking on you on this random Friday, and he's like, hey, baby, how you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm fine. And then your child comes out the backyard into the house. Your child hair looks like it has not been brushed in that 15 years. God is like, damn, you ain't give a fuck about this present I gave you, you know? That child is you. That was a kind of crazy algorithm. What am I talking about? I'm gonna blame it on the Neptunian energy. Metaphor? What am I? Analogy? It's a kind of crazy analogy, but you guys still get it. Take care of yourself, because you're a child of God and you just deserve to look and feel nice, and like, get your hair done. Like, there's nothing. You have the money. You have the money. Get your hair done. Spend your money on getting your hair done. Spend your money on making sure you look nice. I think whether you fully and we'll get into this, whether you fully accept this or not, you still have to heal out some toxic patterns, for sure. Yeah, there's stuff like, I feel like you operate out of fear sometimes. Like, you operate like, oh, I want to do this before I die. And it's like, well, just do it while you live. Like, you don't have to do everything before you die. Don't always think about death. Like, yes, death is so real. Death is going to come for all of us, I promise. Like, everyone who ever watches this video is going to die. Like, oh no, you knew that before you clicked the video, you know? So don't let that fear like block your love. You have to shadow work, my love. And it's like, yeah, if this was a moon reading, the shadow work would look different than the fact it's a Neptunian reading. Like, you might have to go to church and shadow work. You might have to go to a queer church where not a lot of people really even believe this and really work with it. It's going to be very unique, very different, but it still gives me collective. So it's like, your healing doesn't look like shadow work and journaling. It looks different for all of us. But I see some people like going to the pastor and asking like the questions that trigger us, like the questions that we tried to ask and no one ever answered before. Yeah, because God is like, can you guys see this? God's like, I'm not a game. I'm not trendy. I'm not in here for the now. Like, I'm not popular. That's what he says. God's like, I'm not popular. You know, like, I'm not here for the fashion of it. Like, I'm really here. So like the things that really like I grew up Christian. I feel like a lot of people in America in general grew up Christian, but this is so like more than Christianity, you know? And that's exactly what it is. God's like, I'm here through the religious, like, I'm doing tarot cards now. And I'm here when you decide to put the tarot cards down and turn to Buddhism. I know Buddhism doesn't really align with the idea of God, but please take the message with a grain of salt, you know? God's like, I'm not a game. Like, I'm not just here because I'm the craze. I'm really here. Like, I'm really him, you know? And I do have to be careful because, again, I don't speak for God. So if this doesn't align with what you think God would say, I highly, highly encourage you to go talk to God yourself. You know, I'm sure he has a better message for you, a better and clearer message for you than what I can say that he said. You feel me? And I think that's really the point of the message. Like, your spiritual practice needs work, you know? Yeah, because there's pieces of you that it's like because of the weird way that you self-love, it's like you're toxic. So it's like you're not even to the level where you're trying to get, you know? And again, I'm included in this. Everyone who's watching this is somehow included in a little piece of this. So don't feel no type of way. Don't feel singled out or like it's too heavy or, oh my God, like this is just a little energetic tap in. And really, the reading resonates when you already know, like when you already knew. Like, I shouldn't really be teaching you guys things. I'm not trying to teach nobody nothing. I'm just trying to let y'all see what's going on. And if you feel me, you feel me. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, take care of yourself because that's how you really represent God. Like, just be God. Like, be God's child here. Don't be God. You're not the God. You're one of his children, one of his many children. And mind you, everybody else that you're interacting with, everybody that you hate, everybody that cut you off is also a child of God too. So it's really a challenge because it's like, damn, you're a child of God and you still ain't better than nobody. But that's not, God didn't send you in here to be the best of all his children. He sent you to be the best you know? And if you believe in reincarnation, you already did this before. You already did this and you look different. You already did this and you lived on a different part of the world. You already did this and you were related to your relatives. You already did this and you weren't related to your relatives. You feel me? This is a beautiful message. I actually really enjoy this one. Neptune and Capricorn, I'll definitely be back to tap in with you guys. But yeah, just literally, and carve out some time to really like pray. And if you're lost and I'm completely throwing you, then maybe this is just a trigger message to pray. Maybe the message in the cards is not relevant towards you, but I do feel like God's like, where are my soldiers at? Like, where are the people that said that they was going to be with me thick or thin? Because I personally, like, it's the Christianity in here. I really did grow up in the church, and now you see me here doing tarot cards. So I know I'm not the only one who left the church, but I still have a connection with God. But now that I no longer go to church, I don't have nothing that makes me do anything, you know? So God's like, come talk to me. He does not care what it looks like. Yeah, I actually love this message. This is so beautiful. Yeah, this is so beautiful. Okay, I can see it. I can see it. See the energy now. First of all, affirmation, pause, take a screenshot if you need to. Affirmation, you are that bitch. You are that explicit, you're that whatever you title yourself as long as it's respectful. Respect yourself, respect your ancestors, respect the people around you. Put that crown on your head because you're that bitch. Let me read this to you. You are a badass being full of life, love, and possibilities. Through this deck, may you find a path to your best self. So it's saying these cards are going to help you find your best self. But this came with this card, and this is what I was talking about. You're not really immature. Like, you are young-minded, but it's not giving childish. Oh my God, he's so immature. It's giving, you sit with yourself and you're like, wow, I have so much to grow. I have so many places to work on me, and that's okay. And that's like the mindset that you have. Like, you come into situations open-minded, and it's not just open-minded, because yes, it's talking about open-minded, but somehow open-minded in your actions. Like, you will listen to this message and then you will move on it, but you're open-minded in how you'll move, you know? Which is beautiful. And like, that's why spirit ancestors is like really rewarding you. They're like, yeah, you know how to listen and even how to throw stuff out of your head when you don't need it. And that's a really like beautiful skill. Beautiful skill. Beautiful skill. Beautiful skill. Okay. The Hanged One. Some of us are trying to talk to God. Some of us are trying to ignore God's voice. Some of us, it just looks different. But it's, at the end of the day, you as a human being, me, Ayana, like I'm talking to you, Tony, um, the Hanged One, you're not in control. Like, viewer, you are not in control. That's what that says. God is in control. So you could fight it or you could fuck with it. It literally doesn't matter, because you don't have control regardless. So I would tell you, if I saw this card, I would say surrender to it, you know? I see kind of like a power struggle with God. Some of us have different aspects. So if you do have a certain aspect to this Neptune and Capricorn, drop the aspect. If it's in a certain house, drop the house. Um, yeah, I see like a power dynamic with God, but it's like, girl, you crazy if you think it's a real power dynamic. That's why you're hanging from the tree, because God's like, girl, get out of here with that shit. You're not power dynamicing me. Like, we not doing that in my house. What do you think this is? That's exactly what it is. It's like you're debating. So like, it's like, fuck around and find out. Because if you keep doing what you're not supposed to be doing, God's going to put you in a position where all you can do is think, you know? So I would suggest that you take some time and carve out your spiritual practice, you know, whatever that means. You might need to add some things to your spiritual practice. You might need to take some things away from your spiritual practice. You might need to set up a habit for every Sunday at 10 a.m. You pray to God and you pray to your ancestors. It does not matter what your spiritual practice looks like, but you have Neptune and Capricorn. So again, let's just think about Neptune, which if I'm going to reduce to one word, I'm going to say spirit. Capricorn is work. Okay? You don't have homework, you have spirit work. You don't have shadow work, you have spirit work. Figure it out what it means, because to be honest, I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I know when I watch this in September, I'm definitely going to figure that out. I'm going to be in the comments like the rest of y'all, like, I just started my spirit work journey. I don't know what, but really, I feel like for me, genuinely, especially if I've seen this, it looks like a little more meditation and a little more prayer, a little more why God. Like, that's a valid question to ask. Don't shy away from asking the question. You know, like, why God? Why did you do this to me? Change your relationship with God. Maybe if you did grow up Christian or any spirituality, maybe it's time to read a different book. Study some Islamic texts. Study the Quran. Maybe tap into Buddhism. Maybe tap into meditation. Maybe you buy some tarot cards. Maybe you practice something spiritual that aligns with you. You know, that's what I talk about. This whole thing is unique for all of us. Okay, and God is like, when you see me, look at my shadow. When you see me past the little fad, when you see me past the moment of instant gratification, the moment of like, yes, God brought me this and I love my new Hummer. It's so beautiful. When you see me past that, we have a beautiful future. Like, it's like the actual belief of like Jesus, like walking on water, like that type of energy. Like, she has a plan, she has a whole plot, and she's trying to go somewhere, but there's the water in front of her, so she doesn't know where she's about to go. But she's like, it don't matter. If I need to call the boat to come get me, I will. It doesn't matter what your plan is. But God is like, when you believe in me, we could, like, that's really the story of Jesus. Like, take the Bible, the Christianity, I guess, out of the ooh, my words, y'all. Neptune and Capricorn. This is interesting. The walking on water is about faith. It's about having faith. That's really what it's about. Have faith. Like, life looks so good to you when you have faith. God is saying, and this is not a direct quote. Go talk to him to get your direct quote. That's what I'm saying. But God is saying, life looks good when you have faith in me. Okay? And that looks different for, let's say there's two people in the views. That looks different for both of us. You know, let's say it's 1 million people in the views. Yeah, like and subscribe. I'm just kidding. But let's say it's 1 million people in the views. It looks different for 1 million of us, you know? So I'm trying not to tell everybody what God looks like and da da da, because I'm sure Neptune and Capricorn have had enough of that. You know, I'm just telling you my life, my interpretation. Uh yeah, and then like get out of your head, get out of your sadness, get out of your hiding. You have money, go get your hair done and go look cute and go outside. Because it's so funny. You have money, but you don't spend it on yourself, so you feel broke. Like, what are you doing with your money? You might, I don't even want to say that because I don't want to manifest that, but I do have bad money habits. And sometimes I spend my money like when I'm stressed and I'm like, I'm just so like, fast food. Like, fucking Popeyes, bro. I love me some Popeyes. So then I'll do like, I'll do, spend $6 at Popeyes on Tuesday. But now my bank account is $6 lower. And then I'm stressed and I didn't cook. And then I do $6 again on Popeyes on Friday. So I was like, damn, that's $12. But if I could have saved that $12 and bought me something I wanted for $12 or added that something. So it's like weird because it's like the way that you're spending your money is like, it's weird because it's like you have it, like, and you know that you have it, but you're spending it on things that don't make you feel good about yourself. So it's like, and so she's like, why even have the dollar? Like, why do you have this? And now you're like worried. Like, it's like you have. It's like Spirit was like, you were sat here on your altar and you prayed like, God, please give me $1 million, and somehow, some way, you got $1 million, and now you're like buying it on things like survival things. Like, oh my God, we're all gonna die. We're gonna die. The world's gonna end, and it's like, okay, yes, we are all gonna die, but not right now. And you just spent half your million on a bunker, you know. Not to say that that's the truth for everybody, but like I said, this is a general message. Please read between the lines, okay? Yeah, value yourself in the way that you spend money, so you can spend it on yourself to make you feel actually better, to make you feel more financially set. When you spend your money on your physical looks, that was something I wasn't really comfortable doing for a long time because of the way I had been attacked for doing so at a younger age. I never really felt good spending my money on like getting my nails done. But look, I feel good with my nails done now, honestly. So you just need to invest your money into things that actually fill your cup up, and not the fucking emergency Popeyes that you do just to make sure you have something to eat, because now you did that 3 times this week. So what are we at? $18 when you could have gotten yourself an $18 ring and been just sitting there like, wow, I can't believe I got this for $18. Like, wow, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's like a part of your spiritual practice. And if you think it's not, everything is connected, because where is our Neptune in Capricorn? Capricorn is like money. So really, like, you see the math that I'm getting into. Um, yeah. And more than anything, Spirit wants you to have a happy home. No funny shit. Some people really, this is talks about the home. This talks about marriage. This whole talks about a lot of things. I'm not even being funny. This tells me somebody has a gas leak in their home, and it's literally toxic. I don't even think this is talking about like your home life is toxic, because this would have been reversed. You have a beautiful home, but there's something like, it's like poison air, and it's actually not a joke. Like, it's like, and this is not for everyone. It's for who it applies to. Somebody young, somebody in general, kind of young. Maybe they got a home and weren't prepared for it. Maybe you've been smelling something, you don't know what it is. Maybe you have an alarm off in your house. But genuinely, I'm gonna get another. Can I get another clarifier for this Randon? Radon? Randon. I'm putting letters in there. I feel extremely like almost high, like elevated right now. Okay, with these two together, with the Four of Wands and Radon, with the pose, it's saying don't be fake. Like, don't be fake, because you are really happy. So I don't want you to be fake with it. And I think that's in your own life, but also like in your home and out the home. Like, don't be fake because you are really happy, and just take the real pictures. And if your pictures don't look like nice and aesthetically pleasing, just take the real pictures when people are really smiling, you know? Like back before iPhones and all that, my cousin, I was probably like maybe 8, maybe a little younger, but we were having a get together at my great grandmother's house. and she gave me a camera and she told me to go around and take pictures of everybody. So I took it very literal. And that's what something TikTok said, that Neptune and Capricorn takes everything very literal, you know? I'm telling you not to take this literal. Take it with a grain of salt. Go find your literal in meditation, in prayer, okay? Start there and we can grow from there. I took it very literal, so I was just taking pictures of what I saw in front of me. And then she told me, she's like, no, this is how you have to do it. She's like, when you go into the room, she's like, you can either say something or don't say something. But she's like, take a picture when everyone's smiling, when everyone's laughing, like in the moment. And I did, and those were some pretty good, like, family photo pictures. I don't know if anybody has them now, but that's just the vibe, like, you know. And I'm sure not everybody's hair was done, like, on Instagram. And not to say you need to get the you know, the fucking, we're in the future now. The fucking, what is the lace fronts looking like in Virgo season of 2024? You feel me? Like, not to say you need to go spend your money on the most, but you can if you want to, because you have it. So stop pretending like you don't, because that's gonna make you feel more dead than alive, because you're very much alive. Don't worry about your death. It's gonna come though. Don't worry, because you knew that when you signed the soul contract. I'm getting distracted. The family pictures, I'm calling them family because there's 4 wands. The family pictures are not going to be as beautiful, as like Instagrammy, as perfect as you may want them, but as long as there's genuine warm joy radiating off the photos, that's exactly what you need, you know. And for real, I think everyone needs to get, like, what is it, a carbon monoxide detector in their home. Carbon monoxide detector, if you're seeing this and it triggers anything, you have a basement, go get it checked. You've had a gas leak in your past, go get it checked. Get a test. Like, you don't want toxic air in your home. It talks about your home, so this is serious for somebody, for real. But yeah. But if it's not, I just know it's talking about your house though. Like, I feel actual physical house is talking about. But it could be talking about toxic energy in the house for, like, maybe 1 person, maybe 2 people. But either way, if it is, you do have toxic energy in your house, don't get it on camera. Get the joy on camera so that when you print the picture of the joy and put it on the wall, it radiates more joy. You feel me? Okay, let's do affirmation cards. Let's do affirmation cards, and I'm going to call it a night. Okay, I hope this was a clear message. In general, get a spiritual practice and test your home for a gas leak. That's really your homework. That's the things you have to do. Just photograph some joy in your home. Photograph some real joy. Or just go through your photos and print some pictures of some real joy. Something where you feel tall, where you feel good, where you feel happy and warm. Yeah. Because it's like, okay, y'all don't look like you believe in yourselves. Why are all of these reversed? Let's flip these around, okay? Yeah, see, I care for myself. I give myself what I need when I need it. Go get your hair done. You need a haircut? Go get your hair done. You have the money. Like, I think you're, like, saving it for, like, emergencies. You're saving it. I don't know. Okay, I'm financially abundant. Money flows to me with ease. So if you don't feel financially abundant, work on it. Like I said, our Neptune is in Capricorn. So that's such a money sign. So I think that we're the type that if we really believe it, we can really win the lottery type shit. Like, say this right now. Say it with me. I am financially abundant. Money flows to me with ease. Like, what? One more time. I am financially abundant. Money flows to me with ease. I love that. Okay? Okay, yeah. My Neptune and Capricorn, I feel like you have been worried and, like, you find it difficult to love yourself because you don't fit in. But, like, you trying to fit in lowers your market value, you know? Like, the more you try to make yourself normal, it makes people not even want you because now you're just like everybody else, you know? Be different. And be different now before you die because you're struggling to fit in so hard. It's like wasting your life, you know? God didn't make you to be normal, okay? I'm remarkable. I'm unique. I'm one of a kind. Divine design. That's so cute. Okay, one more. I love these cards. One more and I'm really done. I love the vibes in this one. Doesn't matter what your spiritual practice is, just do it. Don't matter if it's dancing for an hour. You know what? No funny shit. I danced for a long time before this reading. I danced for a long time. And that's why at the beginning I was like, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It brought my vibes up, you know? So some people's spiritual practice, I know for sure is dancing because I just tapped into that. It might be a thing for Neptune and Capricorn. But some people might be prayer. Some people might be meditation. Some people might be getting your hair done, but when you're in the chair, you don't talk to the hairstylist. You just pray. You pray the whole 8 hours. You chant. God, thank you so much for blessing me. Thank you for sending me everything that you send me. I do believe in you. I understand that my regardless of my relationship with spirit with Christianity, my relationship with you never fades. It's not a fad. It's not a craze. It might be popular, but it's real. It's for me. Okay, last card. Woohoo! Okay, upright. That's right, upright affirmation. I'm real proud of y'all for turning that energy around. I don't empower my fears. I overcome them. Okay? So these are some affirmations to work with. Shout out to Miss Destiny Taylor for the deck. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. This was so fun. I actually can't wait to the next one because this was a good one. This was a good one. Peace and blessings again. Let's just meditate. I'm closing the video so y'all can meditate when you get out of here. But peace and blessings, and I mean that. So I hope we meditate and actually receive it because obviously you have it coming towards you, you know? And spend it on yourself because you're God's child and you deserve to look nice because you care for yourself. What? You give yourself what you need when you need it. What? All right, peace, y'all. That was so fun. Definitely meditate. I'll see you guys in the next one.